Hi there, you may have recently seen President Trump roasting an Indian reporter. Unable to understand his question or heavy Indian accent.
Please, go ahead. Please, go ahead. Yeah, blue shirt.
Thank you, Mr. President. People in India will naturally welcome your decision to extradite Tahawwur Rana to India back home. In that context, I would like to ask you a question about, in the last few years, we have seen several groups in the US raising anti-India voice, calling about separation, terrorism activities in India. Do you think that should continue here in the US as well?
You're going to have to go louder.
Mr. President, people in India would be welcoming your decision to extradite Tahawwur Rana to
I can't understand a word he's saying.
May I, sir? May I? May I, sir?
Go ahead, back there.
Mr. President, thank you. First I want
This clip started to circulate among every anti-Indian or low IQ follower. It became a trend. Mock the Indian accent. Whether it was Pakistanis, self-hating Indians or apologetics. You'll also see many Indians make apologetic statements like this. There are so many Indian dialects and accents. Someone from Bihar or the Tamil region, who all sound very different and hard to understand even with each other. Although, this is a good lesson for Indians. You are on the world stage. Present yourself in a better manner. There's no need to be apologetic. It's only that many Indians have not traveled outside of India or seen the wider world. So when they are judged or mocked by fools, they fail to understand the logic. Another reason why the Indian reporter is being heavily trolled by anti-Hindu Indian elements is to create a deflection from the question. A Pakistani Muslim named Tahawwur Rana was responsible for the 2008 terror attacks in Mumbai, in which 166 people were killed. By making a joke of the reporter, the question is sidelined. Trump has announced the extradition of Rana to India. Whereas, online trolls are busy building up a narrative that Trump rejected the questions. Jokes aside, when they mock your accent, no matter who you are, they are trying to belittle you, lowering your self-esteem. So, rise above it. President Trump did not say anything wrong. But, his statement was taken as a low form of humor to troll Indians for their accent. If you have ever been to Ireland, Scotland, or Wales, you will find the same issue amongst heavy dialect speakers. Take a listen to the following.
Gardaí and County Kerry are investigating the theft of up to 60 sheep on Mount Brandon. One of the farmers is offering a reward for information leading to the return of the ewes, which are worth thousands of euro.
Well, there's fine them. There's riding, viewing them in, and you want to see it, fine them.
Last Saturday, Mikey Joe O'Shea brought his flock of Scotch sheep down from the mountain commonage ahead of lambing. He discovered over 50 were missing. Allowing for a number of deaths and strays, Mikey is convinced over 45 sheep have been stolen.
Possibly a night, there'd be a full moon there about night, and it should be bright out, and there could anyone go up in the mountains about night, sure. Well, there was 45 sheep missing, like, and the lambs and everything, the sheep, to count out a nice bit of money, like. To be done about it, nothing.
Mikey's next-door neighbour says some of his sheep have also been stolen.
Come back. I'm missing about 10 ewes. It's not all that difficult. All you got to do is have a good dog. Have a good dog and go at night, some moonshine night, just put the dog around him, put him on a trailer or walk him. And then probably somebody else to pick him up. Whoever is doing it knows what he's doing.
Point of order, Mr. Jonathan Edwards.
Diolch yn fawr iawn, Mr. Speaker. I'm extremely grateful to you for accepting this point of order. During the debate on the second reading of the Finance Bill yesterday, it was brought to my attention that a fellow member of this House, rather than engaging with the substance of the issue being discussed, chose to make disparaging remarks about my accent. This is unfortunately not the first incident of this kind in this place. There was a well-documented incident a few weeks ago involving a Scottish Member of Parliament, Mr Speaker. Mr Speaker, this House is meant to be representative of all the nations, accents and backgrounds of the British state, and this kind of behaviour only serves to reinforce the privileged and exclusive perception of Westminster politics. Mocking an accent is a very serious matter, as it ultimately undermines an individual's or a group of people's identity. I would like to seek your advice as to whether this behaviour, that of a member mocking an accent of another member of this House, is befitting of this place. And can I put on record, Mr Speaker, that I am extremely proud to be Welsh and of my accent.
And I'm very grateful.
Can I ask the honourable gentleman what work is being done to make sure that this place is more accessible, particularly for some of our colleagues who have a disability?
Here.
I'm sorry, it must be something to do with my Antipodean background. Could you please repeat the question, because I didn't follow it?
Well, very popular today. I'm saying that a number of parliamentary colleagues who have disabilities do find it quite difficult getting around certain parts of the state. Given that we're doing this refurbishment work, what can be done to make sure that those with a disability are able to move around more freely and the place is accessible?
I'm really sorry. Please, could you do it very slowly in Antipodean English? Thank you.
Just give any old answer.
I think the answer might be helped if you can reply in writing when you read. Right, Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. I'll try it on the first go.
Oh, no,
Can I? Because I'm Welsh, so God help him.
Then you have so-called British Pakistani Muslim commentators, like Bushra Sheikh, with a low-level mentality. These clowns appear on the BBC, Channel 4, and other various media outlets voicing their low IQ opinions. Their goal, including her supporters, is to make Indians, Hindus in particular, look foolish and negative, in a subtle manner. They have no clue of history or their own book, while branding everyone Islamophobic. Bushra was fully humiliated when a person replied to her comment. Final note, Indian reporters also need to be more responsible and professional on the global stage. You are not in a fish market. Learn from this.
I'll have you speaking Hindi very quickly. Just learn one or two words and then just say it in English with the right accent.
Okay.
So he said, the first word I learned was actually diversion. And he said, isko diversion karte hain. तो मैंने सीखा धीरे धीरे बिहार में रहा, यूपी में रहा, लखनऊ में बिहारी उच्चारण क्या करे सा है वैसे ही बोलते हैं वहाँ पर हम लोग बहुत गरीब हैं थोड़ा बहुत पैसा दीजिएगा मजबूरी है।
कितने साल से आप इंडिया में?
मैंने रहा वहाँ 1972 से 78 तक।
That's it.
बस नहीं, I go back. मैं लौटता हूँ। I worked in बांग्लादेश में काम किया, पाकिस्तान में काम किया, नेपाल में काम किया, श्रीलंका में काम किया थोड़ा बहुत।
And you're from Australia?
जब कभी मौका मिलता था मैं लौट जाता था।
You're from Australia?
I'm Australian.
But are you settled here now?
No, I'm actually going back to India, so I'm starting a new company in India.
That is.
बुढ़ापा आ गया, फिर भी मैं लौट रहा हूँ।
नहीं अच्छी बोलते हो अब हिंदुस्तानी हुआ।
हाँ मैं बन गया बिल्कुल। लोग कहते हैं कि आप कहाँ के हैं, मैं कहता हूँ मैं कश्मीरी ब्राह्मण हूँ।
You can pass for a Kashmiri Brahmin.
Kashmiri Brahmin.
All right,
खुशी
nice
हुई।
meeting you.
I see you.